In this video, we're going to look at how to install a script called Form Emailer, which allows us to take the data that has been entered in your form and create individual emails to all the people that participated. But before I start, I also know I'm going to install another script called Flubaroo to grade my quizzes, so I need to come down here and rename this sheet. Just rename, and that rename needs to be Student Submissions. And again, that's for the script Flubaroo. If you're not going to do that, you may omit that step. Now, how do you install a script? Well, you go to the Tool menu, Script Gallery, and this particular script is called Form Emailer. Searching, get that one, install. Then you'll get this kind of authorization page. Click Authorize. A new window pops open. Hit Close. Green to go. Hit Close. Now up on your toolbar, all of a sudden you have a new one called Form Emailer, and you have a new first column that's been inserted into your spreadsheet. So let's go to Form Emailer, and once again it says Install. I want it to be in English, and since my data is on the sheet called Student Submissions, I renamed it again in anticipation of another script. I'm going to say Install. And now you've added another page. It's called Form Emailer. Don't ever change that. Just go back to the Student Submissions page, and we're ready to send out an email. So let's go to Form Emailer, go to Settings. Now, because the HTML is the default, you'll get this. Now that looks kind of scary, but let's just leave it as is. I want you to see what it looks like. The sender name, you want to say who you are. And then the question is do you want the emails to come to you or to the individual students? Well, I want the individual students, so I'm going to come up here to Placeholders, and I'm going to choose email address and say insert the placeholder, and so it's going to then pick up all the students' emails. You can change the subject. Now if I left it at this, what would it look like? Let's say save and close, and now I want to check that out. So again, I'm going to go to Form Emailer and process manually. Now I have like 5 of them all to me. I'm just going to process the first line, which is line 2. Let's say OK. And notice it says it's successfully sent, and I have an email. So now I'm going to go check my email account and see what that looks like. And this is what the email says. So this was the standard thing, and it puts basically all the information from your form, their last name, everything that you asked them, it gets back, including the answers they submitted. But let's say you don't really like that. So I'm going to go back to Form Emailer, and I'm going to go to Settings and say, that's just too busy for me, and I just don't like that HTML code. So let's just delete all of that, and let's say this is quiz responses, and just type it like you would an email. Say, here are your responses. Right, so question 1. Now you could say what was the question, or let's say you just want to give them their answer. And again, this is where those insert placeholders come in handy. So I'm going to come up here, and I just want the answer to number 1. So I say insert placeholder. Those little number signs there, don't get rid of them. That's telling the computer to put their answer right there. On number 2, now I want the answer to their second question. So I'll come up here, say insert placeholder. Then number 3, third one, insert placeholder. Then I'm going to say thanks for participating. And at this point I'm going to put a reply to email, because if the students hit reply, it's going to go to my Gmail, which I rarely check. I'll put my Lone Star address. Save and close. Now, even though the email's been sent once, I'm going to process it manually again. 2, and now let's see what it looks like. And that looks a little bit cleaner. I like that, so I'm going to keep it. So I'm ready to send it out to all the students. So form emailer, process manually, and now I want all of them. So it just says to put an asterisk and it'll go to the end. So I'm going to say to asterisk, say OK, poof, poof, poof. Sometimes I get this error, I don't know why, I just hit dismiss. Now, what happens if you want it to send an email upon submission? What would that look like? Well, you have to do some other things. So let's go to Tools. This time we're going to go to Script Editor. So you want to go to Resources, Current Projects Triggers, and we're going to add a new trigger. This all stays the same except here on Form Submit. You want them to get the email once they hit that Submit button. I'm going to say Save. And you also want to go to File and Save there as well. Okay, I'm going to close that window. Go back to Google Forms. Well, I want to kind of test to see, does that really work? So I'm going to go to my live form and just type in my name. Okay, so let's go back and look at Google Forms. Sure enough, brand new one, it was sent automatically. Then you can also check on this sheet, that form emailer, it'll show it's running automatically, yes. So you know you've established that trigger. That's all there is to it. It's quite easy, and the students really like getting that email saying, yes, you've got it. Even though they got this, they're just not really sure.